Alright guys, welcome back. We are here for game 2 of our Cal State Fullerton Solo Duo Trio Q Tournament Winners Semifinals. Game 1 did go to Team Tree. We just got back into our lobby, switched sides. We are ready for picks and bans of game 2. I am again your host, Senor Josh, and I have with me Senor Ken. Oh gosh, he went back to the lobby. Ganked by the internet. Guys, I'm just going to throw it back to our wait screen really quick. Please enjoy our music. Maybe I can just sing along for you guys. Da, na, 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 na.
Good thing I have to mute it.
Alright guys, we'll be right back. For realsies this time, we are back, friends. Going straight into picks and bans, we saw Team Tree pick up that first win in the best of 3 series on a team comp that they probably were not really prepared for. We immediately see the target bans coming out. Feast did really well on Hecarim, in addition to Tapeworm absolutely tearing stuff up with the Clockwork Ballerina Orianna. So target ban very obvious. We see the Kalista ban coming out again. I anticipate a Jinx ban as well, but we'll see if they want to first pick it.
Now, last game, I don't want to call it a fluke, but I just want to call it being well played. So we still see that Fizz ban, meaning they're still targeting whoever is playing Fizz on their team. Like, they don't want him on Fizz. And now you see the Mordekaiser ban.
Okay, this is
Jinx is now open, and we'll see if Monkey will pick up Jinx for trade.
Yeah, I think John has played Jinx in almost every single one of the tournament matches. So yeah, that is a first pick Jinx coming out, just trying to deny John off of that. So let's see what kind of ADC they respond with. Considering that the ADC was shown, I don't think that they're gonna first prioritize the bot lane pickups, but the Riven ban.
Now,
something we saw last time too.
Now here's the Nautilus pick because they did not ban Nautilus. They opted to ban the Mordekaiser over to stop their top lane from playing Mordekaiser. But now Chopstick here, who has shown dominance with that champion, is gonna get to play him again. And you also see Karma being shown. Now, I personally have seen Lambi play Karma. I've also seen her play Karma in the tournament. She shows dominance with her champion in the bot lane. She becomes a super aggressive player that just destroys end zones. And I'm sorry, but if she locks in with Karma, I'm actually gonna put that first bet on Karma.
Oh, but you know what? It's funny because I get the first pick for first blood this round. So, oh man, but Lanny let me down the first time. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with it again. But we do see the Karma coming. It's going to be really interesting showing that first because now they have a chance to respond with the support that can provide sustain. So if they want to pick up somebody like a Nami, a Soraka, or even a Sona, they have the option to do that. However, looks like they are hovering the Thresh instead. Karma, while she's very strong in lane, she is also relatively immobile. She doesn't really have... She does have a sprint available to her. Then again,
she also has a health regeneration ability.
This is true. When she empowers her... When she empowers her chain, her tether, she can... It's that 20% max health boost.
Boast?
English is so hard tonight. It's so crazy.
It's 2 Asians casting. I messed up too. Now, you do see that Sejuani being locked in for Phantom. Now, just those 2 champions alone, Thresh, Sejuani, between the box, the Flay, the Death Sentence, with Sejuani's own kit of, I don't even know her abilities, her charge, her ult, her flail. You see those knockouts, those interrupts, those CCs between 6 of them. Versus, you see that Insta-Lock Poppy, which is a very deadly champion. And you see that Nautilus with his hard CC towards that backline. Lost the words here.
So Poppy, let's talk about Poppy.
So, do you know what Poppy can do? Because I have played against plenty of Poppies, especially as Blitzcrank top. Poppy hurts. Her Q does just her kit. She has an attack reset which does percent damage, magic damage, based on your maximum health. She has an ability which gives her instantly 10 stacks of her passive. And if no one here knows what Poppy does, which I'd be surprised if people actually know what Poppy does, her passive, every auto attack she gets increased move speed, she gets increased resistances. So she has an ability that instantly brings that passive to max stats, which is 10, giving her increased move speed, increased armor, increased magic resist. On top of that, she has another passive. If she's going to take more than 10% of her current life, that damage is cut down to half. So she's a champion that's really hard to kill. On top of that, she has a charge which can stun anyone against the wall. Speaking of walls, the enemy team has picked up Jarvan, which gives Poppy an instant ring to stun anyone she gets caught in with. She also has her own arena ability, which is she chooses an enemy champion, makes them a target for her. She does increased damage to that target. In return, that target can damage her and CC her. But what his ulti also does, anyone that wants to target Poppy cannot do damage. That is not the ulti target. So if Poppy ultis the prime target, which is the support Thresh, who will do no damage, and if he fails to hook her, she has free roam over the entire team. She can destroy John. She can delete him. She can delete the Morgana, which cannot stop her. She can kill Jarvan. She can kill the Sejuani. She has open reign if she gets it right.
What just happened?
Gangplank pick. Gangplank. I don't know.
Okay. So, Gangplank, a champion we rarely see, but if we do see him, we typically see him going in the top lane. The Poppy pick, rare in itself, probably gonna go top lane. Then again, this matchup is gonna be really, really tricky. The main problem that people have with Poppy is her laning phase, considering how mana hungry she is and how she has a lot of trouble farming in lane without really running out of mana immediately. If she's going against a Jarvan, which unless they decide to lane swap is gonna happen, it's gonna be really, really tough, considering Jarvan as a laner is a very, very strong bully. But if they... This is gonna be really interesting because both teams have comps that scale very, very scary. I would probably still have... You know what? I don't even know who to give the edge to in this situation. Because if you look at Jinx, Jinx definitely has the ADC advantage over Draven. However, Draven has very, very good, unparalleled single target 80 damage. Because he's just going to catch spinning axes again and again. So Draven, better at single target. Jinx, obviously, very good at AoE team fights. Taking a look at supports, probably going to have to give it to Thresh, because utility doesn't really scale out as the game goes on. Karma, very, very strong in the early and mid game, especially considering how hard her poke hurts. Probably going to give that to Thresh. However, Nautilus and Sejuani, especially with Cinderhulk, both late game terrors. I would probably have to... who do you give that to, Ken? Because I feel like that's relatively even.
I would honestly give it to Nautilus, because one thing that Sejuani doesn't get, besides her flail doing percent damage of her maximum health, that percent damage only exists if the target she wants to hit is surrounding her. Nautilus, whose Titan's Wrath, his shield, his W, based on percent health, does damage regardless if he hits you just once and you walk away. As long as you get hit, you take that dot damage. That damage is still going to be there. On top of that, Nautilus is a champion. They both go in. But he has an edge where he can hook a target. He can lock down one person with his passive and his hook. So Sejuani can only ulti. Granted, the ulti can hit a team. So can Nautilus's. Nautilus can knock up, interrupt, and lock down one target forever if he chooses. But going back to a top lane matchup, actually, I would give that to Poppy if it's a 1v1, because based on the fact, who in the world plays Poppy and has played against the Poppy? This current game that we play League of Legends is based on knowledge. If you know how to play against a champion, you have the inept ability to play against a champion. If you don't know what you're doing, 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna lose that match.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I play Blitz, who knows how to play against Blitz top? Almost nobody. How do I win? Because people don't know how to play against it. Now, you do see the summoner's spell choices here. You see that teleport flash on the Jarvan. Once again, Feast opting for that teleport, opting just to split push, teleport into team fights, teleport into gank. Once again, Captain Knuckles opting out of it. He this time went for Ghost Ignite, which is beneficial on Poppy, because she has perfect chase potentials. Her W, increased move speed, Ghost, more move speed. No one's going to catch her. No one's going to escape from her either. You do see Morgana being picked up for the anti-CC. Whoever Chopstick hero chooses to lock down, Morgana can black shield them, mitigating that CC. Now, the awkward one is Gangplank.
You know what, John? Not John. You know what, Ken? All y'all look alike. I'm sorry.
Wow!
I was just gonna say, the Morgana pickup, it makes sense on paper, right? Like, I feel like it's a great pickup in response to Nautilus, if it weren't for the fact that her shield is bugged right now.
That is agreed. Granted,
Like,
I did not know the bug.
So, let me explain to you guys the bug really quick. For those of you who aren't aware, Morgana's Black Shield beforehand mitigates all forms of CC. Like, all forms of CC as long as the shield health is above 0. Right now, as it stands, if the damage dealt by a form of CC, say the Black Shield blocks 100 magic damage, and say something like a Nautilus hook does 101 magic damage, that Nautilus hook now pops the shield and still applies the CC, whereas beforehand the shield would pop, but the CC would still be mitigated. So
now,
Morgana,
go for it.
I was just gonna say, so Morgana, that Black Shield is gonna be a lot more limited in value, especially in terms of single target, high damage, CC abilities.
Now, based on that bug, Nautilus, unless he builds AP, which all his abilities scale off of 4cc, Morgana's Black Shield would eventually outscale the damage that it does. If you look at the magic damage on their team, they have Poppy with her Demacian Hammer, whatever auto attack reset is. That does magic damage. Nautilus, all his abilities are magic damage. Karma has her Q, her shield, and her tether if they all target the person with the Black Shield. Now, none of these will outscale, maybe only Poppy, but the other two, the CC will not be, just at least one spell by at least, will not be out, will not pop that Black Shield, so she'll get some value out of it. So now that we're talking about the champions, we have gotten summoned into the rifts, so let's talk about that. Or at least I heard the music.
Heard the music. On the blue team, we're going to introduce them really quick. In the top lane, we have Feast on Jarvan. In the mid lane, in the jungle, we have Phantom of Dust on Sejuani. Hakuna Matata, says the Pumbaa. Oh, even more time to introduce and swap champion orders. I'm okay with that. In the mid lane, we have Battle Money playing Morgana. In the bot lane, we have Monkey and WTF It's a Lion playing Jinx and Thresh as that bot lane duo.
So, let's talk about some team fight options here, shall we? We have the Jarvan ulti, comboing with Sejuani's ulti and Morgana's ulti. That is some serious lockdown there. Soul Shackles, whatever Sejuani's ult is, Glacial Prison, and Cataclysm. All three of those lock up so hard. And they have Super Mega Death Rocket to finish it all up. Versus Nautilus's ultimate, which is Depth Charge. I'm really bad with names.
The boom boom
boom that follows your target.
I'm gonna call it the boom boom geyser follower from
now
on. Wait, first, before we talk about it, first blood guesses. I'm gonna guess Lanny.
Wow! You took it from me?
Of course, it's my turn to pick first. Hurry up.
I believe in Feast. He gave me first blood last time. I'm gonna with Feast again.
Oh, we're staying consistent. I like it, Lanny. If you let me down again, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh my gosh, might have an early game skirmish. Who's gonna win the mystery skin really early? Looks like Karma gonna give that speed up to the friend Poppy. Yordle gonna get away unscathed. Really prioritizing this deep vision though. Team Cash Money is.
So, this time you look at the item changes. The Jarvan Feast, who last game went for damage, a Doran's Blade, he's opted for survivability this time because he knows Poppy does damage. He isn't sure how to play against it, so he's going for the safe route. Crystalline Flask, giving him some mana regeneration, 3 health pots, once again more health regeneration. Versus Poppy, who's going for that defensive route again. Granted, Jarvan, his damage mainly comes from his passive, which, if no one knows, every 10 seconds after an auto on one target, his auto attack on you does percentage damage based on your maximum health. And it's magic damage, so you cannot stop that with Doran Shield. His Dragon... Was it his Dragon Lance? I think it's what it's called? Dragon Strike.
Long Q pokey thing.
Yes. Decreases armor, so he does more damage with his auto attacks. Damascene Standard, which is his Flag Toss. Magic damage, unmitigatable by Doran Shield. Honestly, I would have opted for something that gives her itself regeneration. Maybe even the same start of heat that Jarvan did. Crystalline Flask, 3 health pots.
Yeah, it is really interesting considering that Poppy's main problem early on is her laning and her sustain. So opting to go out that Doran instead. We'll see how that works out for Poppy.
Now, you see in the mid lane, the Gangplank pick. Now, probably a lot of people are questioning why. So, if you look at this, it's a very heavy CC comp. Last game, they were targeting... Team Cash Money was good at targeting one person. So this time, Tapeworm wants to go a little more defensive route with his Cure Scurvy, his oranges, Gameplank's W, to cleanse all CC. And we just saw a crit happen, which means he has that Miracle Rune.
But however, look at the spell money. The spell money. The spell shield blocking for battle money. Gank came in from Chopstick Hero, unable to do anything there. Empowered Q and landing from Lanny, really doing a lot of damage early on with Karma. We're just gonna ignore my total butchering of the English language in the mid lane. No first blood just yet, so I still have time to make some money back.
So, like I said, if you, as I was talking about it, he got bound by Dark Binding. He just cured it away with his W. Once again, he got caught, cured away with the W.
Orange is OP. Phantom of Dust coming in for the Arctic Assault, but Tapeworm gonna say, nah, man, I'm a pirate. Are you crazy? And he just gets right on out of there.
My God.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of... Look at those spinning axes landing on Monkey. 3 of those took down, like, half of his health. Early game Draven, once you get him rolling, really, really scary.
And now you see that item difference in the top lane. Beast, almost a full life. Captain Kernicles taking that poke, taking that damage, half life already. And bot lane! Aw, nothing happened.
Aw, Flame Chopper's just out of reach. That hook was ridiculous. Just like your Blitzcrank rocket grabs are way longer than mine, that death sentence was, I swear, 150 times the length of everybody else's death sentence.
We all know if you're playing a champion and it's not on your team, their skill shots are a lot bigger than yours.
Or it's like when you watch pros play on stream, I swear, their auto attacks do way more damage than mine do. It's like, how did you last hit that cannon minion at half health with just the Dorans? Come on, man.
Especially when you run the same build, right?
Yeah, it's like, I'm literally running the same thing. There's nothing that I'm doing wrong. Why do your auto attacks do so much damage?
Because there's a hidden passive in League. It's called Pro Status.
Pro Status. But it looks like Pro Status not quite achieved for Chopstick Hero. He was looking for the gank for a little bit. Didn't realize he was sitting on the ward the entire time. At least Feast didn't do something silly like type in all chat, hey Nautilus, go away. Don't you love it when people do that in solo queue?
Actually, I type in, do you want a cat? Do you want a tent?
Do you want a tent for the camp? For any junglers out there, if you want to know how to win more games, just look up your opponents beforehand, find the person on the biggest losing streak, and just camp their lane.
Or mid lane!
Speaking of camping their lane, Battle Money gets hooked by the anchor toss, however, has to flash out of there. Black Shield bug. Not quite rearing its ugly head just yet.
Now this game is relatively just starting. 6 minutes in, you're already starting to see some CS discrepancies. Bot lane, 26 CS on Jinx, whereas John, 42 CS. He's literally taking that Draven, rubbing it in their face and saying, you want to take my Jinx? Fine. I will just destroy you in lane. Mid lane, 40 CS versus 37, not that big. Top lane, 12 CS ahead.
That is pretty considerable, especially we're only about 6 minutes into the game. Minions haven't been alive for more than 5 minutes at this point either. But look at Monkey, very, very low right now. I anticipate we'll see a kill coming relatively soon on the hands of Lanny. Winning me, Josh Lee, the mystery skin. That Q, oh my gosh, Karma OP, Rito, please. Okay, this time she's definitely gonna build Morello. I promise you that. This time she's definitely gonna build Morello. Look at Monkey. She might get hit by the second proc of the Q. However, Phantom of Dust comes in with the lantern to get the Arctic Assault onto both members of Team Train. However, Gangplank ulti coming in. Lanny, come on, you can do it. I believe. Oh man, Lanny gets away. Why don't you flash after that, Lanny? Everybody gonna stay alive though.
The biasness is starting to show.
I'd like to remind everybody that when you're shoutcasting, it is very, very wise to stay neutral. But man, there's a mystery skin on the line. Oh my god, is she gonna be able to get this? Jinx, Howard does force the flash out of there. Why are you teasing me? My heart can't take this anymore.
And Monkey does opt to go back now. She does see Landy's damage. And Landy gets hit.
Landy. No, I said get first blood. Don't give it up. Landy takes one turret shot. However, Chopstick Hero going in deep over here. John gets first blood. Man, no! I don't care what's happening. Everybody's killing everybody right now. Landy forced to flash away as well. Jarvan coming in for the gank. Jarvan came in for the thing. I think he's going to be able to finish off this kill onto Karma. Oh, just auto him, man. No need to BM.
He came in too late. No! I lost $5, but I didn't lose it to you.
I'm just really disappointed because I feel like
so many kill opportunities.
So many kill opportunities for Karma that just didn't happen.
Now we look at that play. Jarvan teleported bot lane, did damage, got killed. Captain Chronicles is doing the smart choice. He's not freezing the lane. He's not trying to deny CS. He's trying to take that tower down. Now, Poppy's not the best. She doesn't get increased attack speed. She does, however, get that attack reset, which means she can do significant damage to towers. As you can see, towers already half-life. Jarvan comes back with a with the Tiamat, which means he's just gonna be killing waves now. One Dragon Strike, couple autos, waves gone. Poppy, not the best wave clearer I've seen in days. She has to get a Tiamat if she wants to match clearing potential. And if you look at the bot lane,
for that Sheen though, those auto attacks are gonna hurt once empowered by those Sheen procs.
And if you look at bot lane, the damage, the item discrepancy. Both ADCs have one kill. Both ADCs have the BF sword. The biggest difference is a 40 CS difference between John and the Jinx. That is showing in that Vamp scepter that John has.
And something important to remember as well, John getting that first blood was able to cash in the adoration stacks that he had been building up. But Lion forced a flash out of there as he completely misses the point blank hook onto John. I think he really overthought his death sentence hitbox right there. He does have the ultimate available on Draven. Not electing to throw it out just yet.
And we had to pause right here.
GG's to both teams, guys.
So I was gonna comment on your Thresh hook. It's because his pro status didn't kick in. Like we said.
Like we discussed, once you're a pro in the LCS, your hitboxes just get way bigger. Your auto attacks do 250% damage.
No, your hitbox gets smaller. Your skill shots get bigger.
Right, that's what yeah, thank you. So the death sentence should have the actual, like, hit detection of a death rocket.
The missile, like you said my blitz grabs curve.
Okay, that was really dumb. I swear to curve. You can go back and watch the VOD if you don't believe me.
And top lane, here we go with the fight.
Top lane. Oh, Cataclysm does come down as the Captain Kurt Knuckles. However, Diplomatic Immunity being activated. Feast taking a whole lot of immunity. I think he's going to be able to finish this out. Just go in on it. Poppy picks up one.
And Feast claims lag. Like any other internet game, you lose, blame lag. Always.
And throw out the pause just to give credence to your story.
So let's talk about mid lane here. We haven't really paid much attention to them because right now they both have, in essence, CC immunity, making them so much harder to gank. You see Gangplank aiming for that Trinity Force. Weirdly though, oddly enough, he is aiming for that that Phage. Whereas if he went for the Sheen or the Zeal, either one a better buy in my opinion. Zeal giving him crit chance, move speed, which allows him to escape, crit more with his Q, versus the Sheen. Sheen gives his parlay extra damage. So in essence, poking harder on Morgana. But he opted for the Phage, giving him more health, more attack damage, and increased move speed if he hits something. Even more move speed if he kills something with any attack. And
did you notice the order in which he built it though? Because I'm not sure if he went back and had Phage components, or if he just bought the Phage outright.
I think he bought Phage outright.
Oh, that's interesting then.
Because they both are equal amounts of CS, and their items are around the same price as well. Because Morgana opted for the Catalyst, which means survivability. She's aiming to just stay in lane, clear the waves, making sure Gangplank can't go anywhere. Big difference? Gangplank has an AoE global ult. Morgana does not.
Unless you're a pro. Where your soul shackles just expand.
It becomes global.
Of
becomes global.
Yeah. Lemon Nation, man. His ult does... It's crazy. He's just so good. Oh, I'm gonna miss high. Oh, Phantom does have the ultimate available. Let's see. Let's see him walk away, is what I was gonna say.
Now, this is really well played by John. He saw the Sejuani charge in. His reaction, not to panic, not to do anything, just simply cast Stand Aside, an interruption ability which causes your opponent to literally stand aside. The charge, interrupted, John gets away, scot-free.
And John holding on to his summoners there as well. That's going to be super, super useful, especially on somebody like Draven, where, yeah, you can move a little faster, but no real blinking out of any skill shots or dashing out like an Ezreal or a Lucian can do, so.
So, I remember one game you were playing Karma. You should take notes right now. Lanvi is playing Karma. Take notes.
Okay.
You went boom in like 10 seconds.
Okay. I'm just saying, Lanvi probably has pro status on that Karma. Because she somehow is just not running out of mana. But it is a good point. Karma's super easy to run out of mana with. Top lane is fighting yet again. Top lane has stopped fighting.
Yet again.
Yet again.
And we do see a dragon attempt from Chopstick Hero, actually. Very risky, level 7. Their jungler, Phantom Dust, is right there. They don't know. There's a pink ward inside Dragon Pit. Now, both bot lanes are not moving. And he has to take a dragon by himself. He is tanky enough. He has a Cinderhulk. And looks like the dragon's going to be free, uncontested.
In the bot lane, you see a scuffle going on. We see Sejuani coming in, completely missing the Arctic Assault onto both. Finally gets the Glacial Prison down, so it looks like John's gonna go down. Chopstick Hero does finish off the dragon in the meantime, but Lanvi not able to get a 1-for-1 trade. Lion going super low on that exchange, but ultimately it was John that went down. So while Chopstick Hero did pick up dragon, looks like Team Cash Money picked up a little extra kill. That kill going to Sejuani, I believe.
So right now, if you look at the stats, Draven benefits so much from every point of AD he gets. Those spinning axes hurt so much more. Like you said, he is the god of single target DPS. ADC standing wise. You look at top lane. Like I said, Jarvan out pushes Poppy any day of the week. He's already shoving backwards, clearing the wave, resetting it, making sure that she loses so much CS. But
oh man, we saw a TP come in. We saw a TP come in mid lane. We saw Poppy on the side as well. However, she did get pinged out. I was watching that Poppy.
Mega Death Rocket!
Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket is it gonna land? It barely misses Tapeworm. Tapeworm activating his pro status, shrinking his hitbox completely down. Battle Money, however, completely mitigating that death charge. They're trying to slow them down right now. They're trying to set this mid tier 2. Beast just gonna flag and drag out, but Battle Money gets hit by the max range anchor toss. One root does not do enough. Looks like Chopstick Hero just gonna flash in anyway, activates the Riptide. He's probably gonna, oh my gosh, nope,
Ignite.
That is the Ignite. Tapeworm picks up that Pirate.
Now, the rotations here right now are a lot better than last game. Phantom Dust, noting that Jarvan has left, went top lane to stop Poppy's push. She can no longer take that turn down, especially with the Sheen and powered Q. She will be taking the tower down fast if there is no one to stop her. And meanwhile on the bot lane here, that CS discrepancy isn't getting bigger. Oh!
Sniper, no sniping. John picks up one real easy.
Anyways, back to what I was saying.
No, you can't talk. They're just gonna start fighting again.
That CS discrepancy is getting bigger and bigger by the moment. John, right now, is pushing his lead. That dragon showed itself by that damage that they did. That poke, the ult, the Q, everything. You see mid lane completing that Trinity Force, his damage power spike is going higher. Morgana's going for that stacking Rod of Ages. Opting to be tankier, bigger, doing more damage, and fatter.
Something to bring up that is noteworthy as well. John, at 15 minutes into the game, is roughly 2,000 gold. That's right, 2K gold ahead of Jinx right now at this point in the game. And especially on somebody like Draven, whose kit is specifically designed to get him snowballing. Because once the Draven starts rolling, he don't stop. The fact that he has an IE and a Bam Scepter over this Jinx right now, gonna make ADC matchups really, really hard for them.
This is John's way of saying, you took my Jinx? Let me show you I can play more than Jinx.
Lion's pro charges ran out. His hook didn't really find a home there. Gonna pick up a pink for his efforts though. Landy coming in from the side. However, he's just gonna chop an orange. That's a Glacial Prison, completely unavailable for that team fight right now. The Cannon Barrage does come in from Tabor, forcing a flash out of line. He's completely out of this fight right now, but it looks like Team Tree still looking for a low. ADC at 100% health, so they're looking to get this mid-tier 2 tower. Beast Tower going in, goes in for the Flag and Direct. A whole lot of damage. However, Battle Money does get knocked out. Chopstick Hero going in deep. Phantom of Dust trying to zone them away from the tower. Team Tree do not have the wave to roll this in right now. Draven, they're just trying to poke them down just so they can force their way under this tower. Jinx slowly coming over. Let's get the hook on Chopstick Hero. Not going to do a whole lot though.
Now, if you look at the differences, Team Cash Money took bot lane for free. Jinx took the tower and now is in mid. Versus Team Captain Kirkgurgle.
Oh, we have a side lane fight right now. Bam Joe completely dodges the Super Mega Death Rocket by flashing out just as it manages to pick up one before he gets taken down. No, just kidding. No, he did get taken down. Tapeworm on the side, completely on monkeys right now. This ADC completely left all by her lonesome. Seeks refuge under the tower. Should not be able to survive more than one more. Chopstick Hero, however, gonna go down.
And the Poppy!
And the Poppy here comes in with the Diplomatic Immunity. Tower shots don't do anything once she has that ultimate up. So that was a 4 for 3 in favor of Team Tree, and they're looking for even more towers.
Bro, that was just crazy. Like the rotations, everything. Poppy came out of nowhere, and Team Cashing wasn't prepared for that. And just like I was saying, they traded towers, and both players respectively went to the team fight instantly. So tower-wise, Team Tree is actually leading 3-1. They took out all the outers, which means they have the entire red side, blue side jungle to have as their playground. Versus Team Cash Money, they only took out bot lane, which means that only the bot side jungle is accessible to them. And even then, that's a risky fight to do.
Taking a look at items though, Poppy did finish out her Trinity Force, so this Poppy's getting to that point where she slowly becomes unstoppable. Because while we don't really ever see Poppy in solo queue, I'm sure we've all seen her a lot when we had her for that little bit of time.
Oh god.
We all know that once Poppy gets like her Trinity Force and like a couple tank items, you can't do anything against her because she's just gonna jump on your backline, activate her ultimate, and just absolutely one-shot your carries.
And now you see this dragon being spawned. There's gonna be a fight. All teams around it, but the thing is, Poppy's up top with no TP. Beast is already in mid, showing his face, saying, "Hey guys, I'm right here. You want to do a fight? It's 5v4."
Yeah, this could be really, really risky. Feast getting pinged out finally. He does have the Cataclysm available. Phantom of Dust looking for it. We're looking for the Glacial Prison right now. John on the backside doing his best not to get caught out by any CC. That is a lot of damage going down onto the back line of Team Cash Money. Lion getting caught out by the Depth Charge. Nautilus on the back line of them trying to do as much damage, but more importantly, completely zoning away Jinx and Morgana from this fight. That is 2 carries that they have to deal with. Can we get the Quadra kill? That is a Quadra kill for the Pirate. Captain Jack Sparrow going huge in that fight.
And right now, like, that fight just showed how much dominance they have over these champions. Last game, they banned out the Ori. It was just too much for them to handle. they banned out the Mordekaiser up top, which was, once again, they saw it as a problem. What's the answer with? The answer is with Poppy. Poppy being right now just split pushing like mad, showing herself when needed. Morgana, she's just trying her best. No, not Morgana, sorry. Gangplank, who we just saw get a quadra kill. He is going straight damage right now. Trinity Force, that's probably gonna be an eye edge. More crit, that parlay Q crit is gonna snipe anyone he wants. And John, revenge, just not even revenge picking against that Jinx, proving that his mastery over ADC is as good as he is. Picking up that Draven, 40 CS once still above the Jinx. He has, once again, IE, that Brutalizer with the Average Blade, another Yoma's Ghost Blade. Versus Jinx, she only has an IE and tier 2 boost. Once again, John has ground boost. So he is at a disadvantage.
Speaking of disadvantages, Lanny caught completely out. However, that is a Cataclysm burn onto Lanny. She is forced to flash out of there in order to survive.
And Taper,
however, the other support, however, gets completely deleted. Big Daddy picking up the kill onto Thresh. A little more gold going in the pockets of Team Tree. Total gold discrepancy, 6K for 20-minute mark. Captain Knuckles, Ayo, Poppy going in, showing exactly what a Poppy does. That one stun took out half of Jarvan's health. And as the game goes on, that's just going to be more, and more. So, Ken, if you're on Team Cash Money right now, you're down a game in the series. You do have this team comp that scales relatively good, especially your ADC. What are you trying to do to get to a point in this game where you don't let these other people get way too out of control? Because I feel like they're slowly getting to that point where they're just not going to be able to do anything.
Right now, they're making very simple mistakes, letting Team Tree go where they want. Right now.
We saw a simple mistake going on right here. John.
And the Poppy!
Captain Knuckles gonna go in 1v4!
That's
I don't even know how to guess it.
like I said.
One, so doesn't even care. That's what Poppy does. She comes in, she ults, she takes out one, doesn't even care.
And leaves.
And just leaves. Like, hey, peace, guys. I picked up my gold. I'm gonna go do something somewhere else.
So,
Hero,
like
really,
I was
really
saying, the mistakes, even though as small as they are, they add up over time.
Oh my gosh, look at all the damage that came out from that Riptide. Beast is gonna go down immediately. Battle Money, health bar melting like a Hershey's chocolate bar on a Sunday. Oh my gosh, he couldn't even finish that completely. Tapeworm and Chopstick Hero still thirsty for this, however. Does hit the hook onto it. This is gonna be another triple for the Gangplank. Oh my goodness, this dude is scary.
And it's just play after play after play. Both teams are trying to make the best out of what they can do. Jarvan missing that Cataclysm. He jumped up in the air and he died, meaning Cataclysm did not come out. So Jinx could not just sit there and poke all day. That Cataclysm ring did not come out. The Morgana ulti did stun, but there was no vision, so she couldn't get the landing kill onto Poppy, meaning she lost more gold. And then you look at Thresh. He couldn't land any skill shots. Like we were joking around. His pro status is gone. He lost that pro status. His skill shots are not hitting. Chopstick Hero is taking advantage of his tankiness. Cinderhulk giving him more HP. Titan's Wrath gives him more HP, a shield based on his maximum HP. He is just going to be the biggest sulk in the world, and he's proving that by standing in between the front line and the back line. You see him picking up the Aegis of the Legion, giving him more tankiness, more MR. Poppy picking up that Zeal, probably going for a Static Shiv, going for that delete button Poppy. And you see that Gangplank, IE done. Trinity Force done. What's next? Static Shiv. And like you wanted, Landvi, Morella Navakar.
I'm picking up the Ardent Center after that. That's at least what I'm anticipating. However, as many Morella Namakons as you want to build, that's not going to save you once you get caught out like that. Chopstick Hero and Taper are on the sidelines trying to make up for lost ground. Taper probably going to get the kill onto Morgana. That is 2 going down. John thinking about how Beast does respond with the kill onto Taper. So at the end of that, that was a 3 for 2.
And these kills are just going to the right people. Look at what Poppy did. She's up top. She's not even part of the fight. Gangplank, he knew he was going to die. What did he do in response? Look for a kill. He saw Morgana low, went for her. He saw the Thresh, try going for it. On top of that, John actually got assists for that. Why? He ulted down mid lane, they all got caught by it. So from base, he got money for Youmuu's, he got money for the boost, and now he has a Vamp Scepter, meaning he's going to be sustaining in team fights. And if you look at items, Morgana's finally starting to aim for that Zarya's Hourglass, an item that's going to be so beneficial to her in team fights. And right now,
it's going to be really interesting seeing Poppy if Captain Knuckles is present for these 5-on-5 team fights. Once Morgana activates those Soul Shackles, possible that Poppy can just get the charge away and knock her away.
It'll all
Shield
depend on, not Black Shield, but when she's on.
This is true.
Now, this seems to be an uncontested dragon. And there's a dragon 3 out of 5 for Team Tree.
Yeah, Team Cash Money showing a little bit of life in the most recent skirmishes, with Team Tree way ahead in that dragon race to 5. As we all know, when somebody gets to those 5 dragons, you don't want to go up against them 5v5, heck, even 5v4. The Team Tree really showed that even 4v5, they're able to take these fights in a dominating fashion. However, Phantom does, looking for some revenge, catches out only John with the Glacial Prison, but John able to get out of there immediately. That single target damage really showing through. Chops Sekiro, secures the kill onto that. WTF into lane, trying to get away. Plays Tapeworm out of the box. However, he eventually goes down as well. Monkey, the last remaining member of Team Cash
Poppy.
Money. However, Poppy doing what Poppy does best, just completely diving in under turret, not really caring about taking a whole lot of shots. They pick up a mid-tier 2, looking for an inhib tower after that.
Now, the shields upon shields, Chops Sekiro still cannot tank that tower, but minions are coming in, so the next person coming up, Sejuani at 5 seconds. That inhib tower is as good as gone. Now, if they stay greedy enough for the inhibitor, that is up to the call.
Opting to go a little more conservative. I have a feeling they would have been able to get the inhibitor. Probably would have cost them the lives of some of their... Because Chops Sekiro especially being really, really low. Poppy being really low as well. However, Poppy just doing what she's been doing all game. Going back to that split push game.
So if you look at gold and items right now, just even based on farm, based on the farm itself, within 20 CS discrepancy of top lane, 20 CS in the jungle, just under 10 CS in mid lane, well 11 now, but the biggest one of all, 70 CS in the ADC roles. Now, if you translate that into gold, not that much. Now we calculate in the kills, the shutdowns, everything. Adds up so much right now. Look at the Jarvan. He only has the IE. He has a Tiamat. He has a Brutalizer and a Pickaxe. Now they're going for this risky Baron.
Yeah, but they don't. With Team Tree, they don't really have anybody in here. I don't think they're going to be able to steal this.
And here comes Draven's ult.
Gets the sickest Q of all time. Blue team does secure that. Cannon Barrage and the Q from Karma, not quite enough. But it looks like Captain Knuckles really paused the diplomatic immunity, but I don't think he's going to be able to find a target out of those 5.
And this is what we mean by if he chooses the right person for diplomatic immunity. He chose Morgana, a character that does damage and can lock him down. That was the best choice of all because Morgana, we saw it. Diplomatic immunity came out, Morgana saw it, shot the Soul Shackle, shot the Dark Binding, put the Desecrated Soil, left. Captain Knuckles walks away limping at half-life. Or 3/4 now.
Captain Knuckles forcing to go 1v1. Get Harvin putting the Cataclysm down, helping out Poppy. Completely aware of the fact that Poppy is really scary once you're up against the wall. Jarvan's like, yo man, I heard you like walls, so we put walls around your wall so you can stun me against the wall. Jarvan giving himself the assist on that one.
Jarvan likes being pushed up against the wall by a girl.
Hey, Lamau.
Granted, 10 girl is a Yordle.
So before we get shut down by Twitch for talking about inappropriate content, we're going to watch this mid inhib go down. Draven doing a whole lot of damage. It's going to open up
now,
a lot more for Team Tree.
4 members of Team Cash Money having Baron, but they lost the inhib turret still. Inhib in mid lane. Now, Team Tree is aiming for that top tower, aiming to push their advantage even further. Gold Lead is currently at 11k gold. This translates to a lot of items, and we can see that in their build. Lavi opting out of the support role into an AP
speaking
kill.
of, but looking like they had their backs against the wall, they respond with the kill onto the ADC immediately. However, Feast gets locked down by Tabor, and that pirate hurts a whole lot. He picks up 2 in that exchange. Chopstick Hero pops a Righteous Glory, looking for a kill. Captain Knuckles, diplomatic immunity running out there, so not going to be able to lock anybody down just yet. However, doesn't even care, goes in deep for Thresh. Chopstick Hero coming in from the back line to assist. Battle Money going down to Nautilus. Lambie doing her best to do what supports do best, solo pushing towers.
Lavi's not a support anymore. She actually has an East Large Rod, an Aether Wisp, and the Merlinomicon.
And brown boots.
And brown boots. Lavi has 250 AP. She's starting to do damage. And Power Qs, they cannot ignore her. She's going to be doing that last minute damage for the securing of kills. And I don't know if you noticed, but 3 members of Team Tree have static shifts.
Lightning everywhere during team fights is what we're gonna get.
Now the only thing Draven doesn't have, or Poppy doesn't have an IE, Draven doesn't have Trinity Force.
Poppy just built a Forbidden Idol.
Forbidden Idol can be used for a lot of things though. Now for what on Poppy, I probably do not know. I'm going through my mind right now what Forbidden Idol makes for a Poppy, tank-wise. I don't really think of anything.
Remember when AP Poppy used to be a thing?
Oh, when the charge and the Q would actually kill you?
Maybe Captain Knuckles saying, hey, I heard AP Poppy was a thing. Let me try that out really quick.
Now, he does have this advantage, so maybe he just wants to now play around. Some people can call this BM, but if he's this far ahead, like gold-wise, let's look at it real fast. 12k equal only 300 gold above Jarvan. But compared to the rest of the enemy team, he is head and shoulders above everybody else. 1k above the Jinx, 2k above the mid lane, 3k above the jungler, and jungler, he doubles the jungler's gold. Now you see Team Cash Money wanting this death push here. Now, I don't know if Team Tree saw this, but they're like, you know, we don't need to push as far ahead. Let me take your jungle.
They'll see it now, though, as they all show up to kill all of those minions pushing up. Mid inhibitor is still down, but this is really scary.
It was them pro senses. His pro sense is, instead of his ult hitting everything, it's global map range. He sees what we see, but ahead of time.
Team Tree just one dragon away from that 5th dragon. As if they don't like to dive in 5 at once onto the back line. Once they pick up dragon number 5, it's only a matter of time before Team Cash Money has to roll over and give it up. Right now, they're going to make a stand for this bot lane tower, saying, we're going to give you up, and we're going to let you down. We'll see if they're able to keep that promise, though. Lion, trading hug, surprise! Let's hug each other, says Lion. Lion loses the exchange on that. Sejuani comes in with the ultimate, however, not able to log up anybody.
And a 3-man Cataclysm.
3-man Cataclysm. Feast getting deleted as well. This is a... So, normally I really get annoyed at myself when I go silent during team fights, but everybody just disappeared so quick. I didn't know what to say.
Happened.
I was trying to cast, and then all of a sudden, everybody was gone.
And that is game 2, a clean 2-0 for Team Tree.
GG's to both teams, but yes, that is game in the series. In the best of 3 series, Team Tree goes up 2-0, knocking Team Cash Money down into the losers bracket and securing themselves a spot in the grand finals and top 2 for this tournament. So we're just going to bring up the post-game screen really quick for you guys. Now, nobody want a mystery skin off of that, so I do owe Ken one. We might do that on stream, we might not. But taking a look at the item builds at the end of the game and the damage that was dealt.
Damage that was
Look
dealt
at
was huge.
look at that Gangplank damage.
Captain Jack Sparrow showing everybody Gangplank is still a thing. If he is left untouched, he will rock your entire team. Poppy, even though she was a big monster, going in 4v5, deleting one champion. That's only one champion she deleted. She left after that. Gangplank, he stayed in the team fight through thick and thin. You look at Karma. Karma did more damage than Poppy. 13,000 damage. That needs a large rod doing its work, showing itself. Draven doing what Draven does. Nautilus even showing that he himself does damage. You look at Team Cash Money. Jinx, Jarvan, and Morgana all of them did the same amount of damage, which is usually unusual. Jinx is usually everywhere, destroying, doing damage, zapping, ulting. Sejuani, damage wasn't even there. And for the Jarvan, he went for damage. He didn't go for tanky at all, meaning he was going to die in 2 seconds when he went in with his EQ ult.
It's definitely an interesting game, starting in Pickman all the way out through the end. Seeing the Poppy and the Gangplank come out, definitely it was cool to see something, a breath of fresh air within the tournament, because I feel like the deeper somebody gets into a tournament, the more likely they are to stick to their comfort picks. However, John especially showing that, you know what, take away my Kalista, take away my Jinx.
I'll show you Draven.
I'll show you my Draven. Hyper carries really seeming to fit this guy really, really well. Lanny getting on that Karma, she's super comfortable with. She didn't manage to get any kill steals, though. Didn't manage to get first blood either. Was super close for like 5 straight minutes of laning phase, and then just completely gets shown up by John. And Feast barely missing that window as well by like 20 seconds.
I know, right?
But John, John, keep calling you John.
Oh my god.
Ken, we got to watch this. We got to watch 2 games in this best of 3 series. If you were to give an MVP to any player in this series, who would you give it to?
Honestly, I would give that to Tapeworm. He kept his mind cool this entire game. He got visited in game 1. His Orianna plays made so much of a difference. His ulti spot on. He caught out 3, 2, 4 people over and over in the shockwaves, making himself a big threat, but staying at such safe distance that Team Cashmere could not respond. Game 2, on his Gangplank, he could not be ganked. He was this immovable object that Phantom Dust tried ganking, Battle Money tried setting up, even Feast tried visiting, and Lion came in trying to hook him. Everything was just failing, trying to kill him. Look at him, 13-3-17 with this game. That is 30 kills out of the 35 that Team Tree has. He only has 5 kills that he's not part of. And it's just so big that he's in every team fight. His items show it. Trinity Force, Static Shiv, IE, that Parlay, almost deleting anyone he set his eyes on.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely have to give it to Tapeworm as well. While his performance in Game 2 of the series was a lot more apparent in why we would give him MVP, that first game, we talked about it in the mid-game, and as we were approaching late game, the only way Team Tree is going to win this game is if Orianna manages to put on the biggest backpack ever. Because we saw for the longest time, John was really struggling. Like, he was on the broke person build up until like 30 minutes into the game. We were talking about how he had brown shoes at 32 minutes. And then they were just completely relying on Orianna to put out the sustained damage. But really, Tapeworm stepped it up, showing us that it wasn't through the damage that he's going to carry. Like you said, it was through the utility of Orianna's kit, hitting those massive shockwaves and making sure they stayed off of the ADC. Making sure that dissonance slowed people down just enough so the other people can come in and do their DPS. So Tapeworm definitely getting MVP in that. If I'm on Team Tree, I'm probably saying, yo, Tapeworm, you're the best guy in the world. Let me buy you everything that your heart could desire.
Now, there are honorable mentions I do want to say. For example, Chopstick Hero. First game, he wasn't that apparent. Like, he did do his things, he did do his plays, but game two, put him back on Nautilus, he was everywhere. 29 out of 35 kills, that participation, everywhere. He gave kills left and right, took kills when needed, and locked people down. I was talking about how the Morgana Black Shield was gonna come into play. She wasn't ever as reactive towards that Black Shield, so she never was prepared to stop the initiates. She was never ready to just say, Chelsea, you want to go in? Go in by yourself. My guy's staying right here where he is, not getting hooked by you.
Yeah, definitely credit going there as well. But with that said, with our Poppy game wrapped up. at the
Poppy
moment-
gameplay.
Oh my goodness, that was not what I expected.
Honestly, I thought I would shake people up with Blitzcrank. No, no, I'm just gonna go back to meta picks now. I'm done.
Because when you see the Poppy being hover, you're like, ha ha, real funny guys. And then you see it locked in, then you're like,
It
what?
wasn't even hovered. It was insta-lock.
Was it?
Yes,
Then my brain must have just associated Poppy with hovering.
it was hover with Gameplank.
Oh man, I love this team.
Team Tree looking to go far.
And
And
we'll see if
next,
they can do that.
next game is actually gonna be tomorrow, Sunday at 9, between my team, definitely not Team 4, and versus a Teak 7-Eleven.
So yeah, that team gonna determine who gets at least a top 3 placing.
And who gets to play a Team Cash Money?
Team Cash Money. That's right. Maybe you should throw out the Poppy and the Gangplank and really give them, kind of draw that PTSD. Because Poppy going in 1v5 and just deleting people and just walking away like nothing happened.
So
that
you're
was
telling me to
absolutely
go
insane
Poppy
watch.
top lane.
Poppy top lane, exactly.
All right. Anyone from Team Cash Money? You hear this? Poppy top lane.
All right,
You
guys,
can take my blitz, going Poppy.
exactly. In before Poppy ban. But
Oh,
guys,
God.
that is going to be it for us tonight. Best of 3, only went to 2 games. Team Tree taking both of those. Team Cash Money knocked down into the losers bracket. Secure top 3, however. Team Tree looking to go all the way. Top 2 secured. Spot in the grand final secured. More RP in the bank for them. But guys, like Ken said, we do have a game tomorrow night. Keep an eye out on our Facebook for that. We'll be streaming it as always. But we are going to be signing off. With that said, I was your host, presenter, man you are in love with, Josh. And
I can't pronounce English.
Oh, my English was so hard tonight. And my good buddy, fellow club member, the man, the Blitzcrank, Ken. Any final parting words?
Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
Have a good night, guys.